Hello guys, my name is 711 and today I have the PBA Playoff Transactions. Yes, I did make the playoffs once again, and we are allowed to make transactions only if you made the playoffs. And interestingly enough, um, I decided to make a couple transactions. This is a really excellent opportunity to look at my team as a whole and say, where have I been struggling during the regular season? And I made a couple transactions. First of all, I want to drop Kingdra. Kingdra, I never was really able to use you very well, and in the rain you were always able to outspeed things, but you were just never able to hit hard enough, even with choice specs. And your move pool kind of stinks. You get water coverage, dragon coverage, ice coverage, and steel coverage. That's really about it. So, bye-bye, Kingdra. It's really nice to have you for a while, but you're gone. And who is replacing Kingdra? None other but Buddy the Celebi. Now, why Celebi? Because it's a very bulky grass type, and it gets a lot of interesting moves. This team is missing a cleric, and as a cleric, it gets Recover, it gets Heal Bell. For some extra status, it gets Baton Pass, it gets Thunder Wave, it gets Toxic, it gets Stealth Rock. It gets a lot of interesting moves. So one thing that really stuck out to me is that Buddy is a grass type, and grass types in the rain are actually pretty good. And the reason for that is because they essentially lose their fire weakness in the rain. So Buddy the Elf, Buddy the Celebi I should say, hopefully you're not going to boost our knockoff weakness too terribly much, because we have Necrozma as another psychic type. So yeah, that's essentially that right there. The second Pokemon that I decided to drop was Dirty Dan. And Dirty Dan, you were pretty hard to use kind of well. You would probably hurt something, and then you would die. And for a 6 Pokemon team, well, for a 6 Pokemon team, you just couldn't cut it. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, Alolan Eradicate, Dirty Dan, hasta luego. And who did I pick up for Dirty Dan? Along with my Rain team, I decided to pick up another Tier 5 Pokemon, one that is the fastest, the absolute fastest Swift Swimmer in the game, Lifeguard the Floatzel. Now, Floatzel, base 115 speed, 105 attack, is pretty decent. Is very decent. With Swift Swim, I'm outspeeding everything. You think that you can knock me out with priority? Well, I have priority myself with Aqua Jet. Lifeguard also gets Waterfall, and it has better coverage. It gets Ice Punch, it gets Crunch. Those are the only ones I'm thinking of off the top of my head. But it also gets Baton Pass. It gets some interesting sets. Very interesting sets. So that's Lifeguard for you guys. And hopefully Lifeguard can put in a lot of work, especially with the rain. And yeah, that's essentially Lifeguard. Next up is my last pick. I made 3 transactions in total. And I was thinking about this for a long time, and I really didn't want to do this, but of the 11 Pokemon that you see right here, there's a Pokemon that overall doesn't really pull its own weight. Now, true, I did win Week 5, mostly because of this particular Pokemon, but this is the playoffs, and we have a lot of really tough opponents ahead of us. And this Pokemon, people who are really good battlers, they just don't lose to this Pokemon. And so I'm really sad to see this Pokemon go, but Pierre, you are going away from the PBA. You're just being let go. Now you get to play for the Hive. You get to play for Pittsburgh Thunderbolts in the Hive, but no longer in the PBA. Goodbye. And the last Pokemon that is going to be here, I picked up a Tier 3 to replace a Tier 3. And I'm looking here. Now, the rain is not going to last forever, so a fire type would be nice. And there was a Pokemon that has not been drafted yet. There's a Pokemon that absolutely destroys the typical Dragon Fairy Steel cores that people like to bring. And what breaks a Dragon Fairy Steel core? Clever Girl, the Salazzle. That's a Jurassic Park reference, Clever Girl. So Clever Girl, why do you break Dragon Fairy Steel cores? Because you get Dragon Pulse, because you get Stab Flamethrower, because you get Stab Sludge Wave. What else do you need to know? And so Clever Girl is going to join us for the playoffs. And look how nicely Clever Girl and Solar Panel look side by side. They kind of make a nice couple. They're both really fast, and they're both fairly strong special attackers. Clever Girl, off the top of my head, I think is base 111 special attack and base 117 speed, which means that Clever Girl can hit really hard as a Life Orb attacker, but also Choice Specs or Choice Scarf is nice. I could think about a Focus Sash lead, but that's Clever Girl. Now, if you guys check out the rest of my team, you do see that I like to use shiny Pokemon whenever I can, but then I have Eco Revenge, who is shiny locked. I have Buddy, who is shiny locked. I have Bronson, who is shiny locked. All three are on the top row. But you know what? I just really don't like Salazzle's shiny. And so I'm just going to rock out with the regular coat. I guess we can call it that. So that's my team, guys. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, guys, I will see you all later. Peace.